everyone, I thought it would be fun to have a go at this very pretty kaleidoscope like butterfly motif, as Johanna calls it, from 30 Days of Creativity. I have grabbed this pretty Monet's castle art set. You can use any set of pencils. It is quite a fine picture, so you want something, can't get the tin open, there we go. You want something that you can sharpen to a fairly fine point, and also have a think about what sort of colours. Now for me, I like it when they all match, so I'm just going to do a little section to start us off, and I'm going to match it all. So I'll just do a little bit and then everything else will be the same. I'm actually going to start with the butterfly, I think. Now the butterfly's got a lot of detail on it, which I'm not going to do all the details. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit because we don't need to see the whole design, because we're only going to be doing this sort of section. Now butterfly colours, I would quite often do a butterfly orange like a monarch butterfly, but I don't have any orange very much in this set, so I'm going to have to do something a bit different, which I think is great. It sort of stretches me, gives me something different, and I'm actually going to turn to my purple. I have the Mulberry, can you see that? There we go, which is a really dark purple, and that's where I'm going to start. And I'm just going to start right at the centre here and put down quite a thick layer, so a few layers really, and then start to reduce it out. You notice I'm ignoring all the little details. You could colour those in different colours, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it really simple and relaxed, not worry about all the little details, and just go for it really, like that. So both of them are finish around the same place, and the bottom wing I'm going to do in the same way. So quite a few layers up in the top there, and less as we go towards the bottom of the wing. We've got a few other purples in this set, which I'm going to use and show you how to do. Like that. Okay, so next let me have a look. I've got a very pretty purple lake, which I think I will use. So I'm going to start by overlapping the area where we started to fade the mulberry, and then take the colour on out and just take it towards the end of those wings. I'm going right to the end, but it's really quite faint towards the end, because this isn't going to be my final colour. I'm just trying to make it smooth and making sure I've covered all the areas that I want covered, really. So I hope you're all well. I wanted to say thank you to you all for your support. I think I said it in a newsletter fairly recently anyway, but I sort of can't really thank you enough. It just keeps me going with the channel. If I wasn't getting sort of like subscriptions and comments and messages and things, I probably wouldn't think it was worth doing the videos. I'm going to use the lavender to finish off. Although I really enjoy making them, if I felt that I wasn't reaching anybody, I probably wouldn't worry about it. I'm just going over the ends, so it really helps boost me and makes me feel happy, so that's really nice, thank you, but also keeps me going with it, and it's nice to know that it's sort of working, because my idea for the channel, there were lots of reasons I started the channel, but actually this year my New Year's resolution was to help as many people as possible get into colouring, because I find it so relaxing. I'm not saying that I think every single person in the world should do it and it will help them. It's just not going to work for everybody. But everybody who I feel enjoys it or will enjoy it and needs a little nudge, basically, is who I was sort of looking to help. I'm going to use the Paynes Gray now for the body. And so I'm hoping that that is working. Next year, my resolution is going to be something different. I'm not sure yet. I've been thinking, and so I may change the way I do things a little bit. I will still be recording videos, so don't worry about that. I'm talking more about the way I am on social media, really. I'm now thinking about, there are some markings on the butterfly that I would like to be really black, and I'm actually going to use a black pen if I can find it. Oh yeah, my husband nicked it the other day, but he's put it back. So this is just a triplus fine liner, Staedtler. You can use any sort of Staedtler marker pen if you want to do this. And basically, I just want to mark out this area here and this circle here and these a little bit darker. You could do this in pencil, but it takes a lot of layers, so just feels easier to do it in a bit of pen, and it just shows you something a little bit different as well. And I feel like butterflies look quite nice with some black on. I think that'll do. As I say, you could use any black pen. Do make sure it doesn't go through the page. I mean, in this book, on the back of here, we have got something to colour, so I'm going to be a little bit careful. I haven't actually put a piece of paper behind either. So make sure you test your pens on the test page, even if you're using the same brand as me, just in case. Right, so I'm going to grab the little flowers. I'm going to do all the same. And I thought I would do them in pink. But actually, I've got this Alizarin Crimson, which is a pinky red, and I think it will work out well. I need something quite bold to stand out because of the butterfly. And I'm just going to do them quite solid because they're small. I'm not going to try and shade them. So yeah, on social media I am on a lot, in a couple of colouring groups on Facebook. I'm in an Inky Obsession, which is quite a small, quiet group, but also in Johanna Basford Your Pages. And I do love seeing people's work, and part of my sort of New Year's resolution with regards to encouraging people is about leaving comments on everything to encourage people. Now, I don't just leave comments for the sake of it though, because every picture that I see I enjoy and it inspires me one way or another. So I like to show my appreciation by leaving a comment, but obviously that takes time. So I need to sort of think about whether I've got that time. I think I'm thinking about this now because in the end of November, beginning of December, I'm always very time poor because I am doing Christmas shopping on top of everything else, and I'm also thinking about working harder to earn more money to pay for Christmas. I mean, we're very fortunate. I shouldn't have to worry about that because we are husband's doing well, but I just always think about it because obviously you're spending a bit more money than you normally do. Or most people do, and things like that. So it's got me thinking, crikey, I've got all this, I'm spending all this time on social media, which I really enjoy and I really like and I want to do, but is it realistic? Is it something that I'm going to continue next year? This is the fallow turquoise. I'm just going to scribble it actually. It's not green enough. We use, what have we got? Oh, we've got the Veridian. That'll work for our green. It's quite a dark green. So I'm thinking about whether to stay in the group or not, really. I don't think I could feel right if I stayed in the group and reduced how much I was commenting and just looked at people's pictures and didn't say anything. Wouldn't sit right with me. If I'm looking at a picture and I'm enjoying it, I feel like I need to comment. I've already cut down my Instagram a little bit by following less hashtags and less people, so then that reduces what I see, so that's helped me a little bit. But I'm just thinking it through, really. I'm also thinking of setting up my own Facebook page. I've talked about this before. There's a poll actually on the YouTube channel, to ask people if they're interested, and that will take up some time. So again, maybe I'll need to cut my time elsewhere. It might be that next year I get no work, no freelance writing work, and so I've got loads of time. You know, I just don't know. But it's just thinking it through and planning and trying to make sure I don't get overloaded, because I don't want to stop making the videos, because I really like doing it and really enjoy it. And I certainly don't want to reduce my colouring time in any way. So it's just thinking through a way to, you know, maybe make it a little bit easier. So we'll see. As I say, I'm sure it's just because I'm very time poor at the minute that I'm thinking about it. And that, you know, once January comes and there's probably less work and I have less to do, sort of socially, etc., I probably won't even worry about it anymore. I'm going to use this opera rose for these cute little flowers here. But you can always let me know what you think in the comments if you've got any ideas. I mean, I am on lots of social media channels. I'm going to do this middle one this colour too, just so it's different. And I think that's okay. It's just, you know, it's just keeping it under control, really. I'm wondering about what to do with these bits. I think we'll just do them in the Veridian. I'm going to have to give it a sharpen because they're teeny tiny bits. Now we're nearly done with this. And what I wanted to talk about briefly was the other one. There are two motifs on this page, and it's thinking about, do we make them match or do we make them different? The other one is here. You see, we've still got butterflies and flowers and things, and I think I'm going to use the same colours, the same tin of colours for both. And maybe for the facing page as well, just to keep a consistent colour palette. I think it'll look really pretty. So that's that. Now just in this middle we've got this little circle, and I'm just going to colour that in. I've got a pale mauve here. It's really light. It's quite funny because in Faber-Castell Polychromos the mauve is the darkest purple and it's really dark, whereas in these Castle Arts it's the lightest. So I'm just going to colour that circle. I'm not going to do any more of the background, and that's it. I'm just going to keep it really simple, apart from a white pen to do a few little highlights. I'm going to use my Jelly Roll 05 only because my other one is running out. So I'm going to put some little blobs, white circle on top of the black, and I hope that it will show up. Not sure. I haven't done the flower middles, have I? I don't want to do them yellow. I don't want to bring in a warm yellow colour, so I'm going to use the Opera Rose, sorry, for the middle of the dark ones. That white has gone very black, hasn't it? Obviously it takes up the dye from the pen. I'm going to try Posca in a minute and see if that's better. And I'm going to use the Alizarin Crimson for the centre of that one. Let's try a Posca here. Let's just give it a shake. Oops, wants to run away. My Posca's running out as well, but I think it's a little better. I think that looks a bit brighter. It may fade in time though. They tend to take a little bit of time and it might fade, but we'll see. So that's it really. Again, fairly short one this time, but hopefully I've talked you through enough so you've got some ideas for the next one. I am recording this before Johanna does her version, so it might be that you decide to do hers anyway, but you know, it's entirely up to you, but it just gives you a few ideas. So I hope that was useful. Thank you so much for watching and happy colouring.